The Stoic philosophy teaches us that self-love is the foundation upon which we build a virtuous life. Loving oneself isn't vanity or selfishness, but rather the recognition that we are beings worthy of respect, care, and development. When we embrace this truth, we become capable of cultivating the essential virtues needed to face life's challenges with serenity and determination. This message is particularly relevant in a world that often pushes us to seek external approval, constantly compare ourselves to others, and neglect our own needs. Stoicism invites us to turn inward, to recognize our intrinsic value, and to love ourselves unconditionally. The journey of stoically loving oneself isn't a simple or linear task. It's a continuous process of self-discovery, acceptance, and development of essential virtues. But it's also one of the greatest achievements we can attain, for it's from this solid foundation that we build a life of purpose, resilience, and personal fulfillment. Stoicism teaches us that genuine self-love doesn't come from seeking external approval or comparing ourselves to others. Instead, it arises from recognizing our intrinsic value, our qualities, and limitations. It's embracing ourselves with compassion, even in the face of our mistakes and failures. Cultivating this kind of self-esteem requires constant practice. We need to be mindful of moments when the temptation to excessively criticize ourselves arises, and then, with firmness and kindness, redirect our focus to what is good and worthy within us. Each time we choose self-compassion over self-destruction, we take a step toward a fuller and more virtuous life. It may seem like a challenge, especially in a world that often encourages us to seek approval from others and define ourselves by our achievements. But it's precisely in these circumstances that Stoicism proves to be an invaluable compass. It reminds us that our worth doesn't depend on external accomplishments, but on the integrity of our character and the determination with which we face obstacles. So, don't give up. Keep your focus on developing the virtues of self-awareness, courage, and moderation. Embrace your imperfections with compassion and use them as opportunities for growth. Because it's in this journey of self-love that we find the strength to face adversities with serenity and turn them into steps toward a fuller and more meaningful life. When we truly commit to cultivating Stoic self-love, we discover a transformative power that extends far beyond our relationship with ourselves. For it's from this solid foundation of self-esteem and self-awareness that we can develop the other essential virtues for a fulfilling life. Take, for example, the virtue of courage. The Stoic who loves themselves firmly doesn't allow themselves to be paralyzed by fear of failure or rejection. They know that their worth isn't dependent on the results they achieve, but on the integrity with which they face challenges. Thus, they find the courage to dare, to take risks, and to grow, even in the face of life's uncertainties. Similarly, Stoic self-love endows us with unwavering serenity in the face of adversities. When we accept our limitations and imperfections with compassion, we learn not to overly identify with our problems. We understand that storms pass and that we can find calm at the center of ourselves, cultivating the virtue of moderation. And it's this inner solidity that allows us to extend our compassion to others. For one who truly loves themselves knows that all human beings share the same dignity and deserve to be treated with respect. Thus, Stoic self-love makes us more empathetic, generous, and willing to contribute to the common good. So, let's not underestimate the transformative power of Stoic self-love. It's not an end in itself, but a foundation upon which we build a virtuous, resilient life connected to the noblest aspects of ourselves and humanity. It's from this base that we become capable of facing challenges with serenity, cultivating healthy relationships, and leaving a positive legacy in the world. Although Stoic self-love is a transformative journey, it's not exempt from obstacles and challenges. After all, we live in a world that often encourages us to seek external approval, and define ourselves by our accomplishments, rather than embracing a deeper and more balanced view of ourselves. One of the main obstacles is the human tendency to constantly compare ourselves to others. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeing ourselves as inferior or superior to our peers, losing sight of our intrinsic value. The Stoic, however, understands that each person is unique and that our journeys cannot be measured and judged against each other. Another challenge is dealing with excessive self-criticism. It's natural that at some point we make mistakes or fail to achieve our goals. But the danger lies in harshly condemning ourselves for these imperfections, undermining our self-esteem and determination. The Stoic path is one of self-compassion, embracing our flaws with kindness, learning from them, and moving forward with renewed vigor. Furthermore, it's important to be attentive to external influences that can undermine our self-love. Whether it's media pressures, family expectations, or comparisons with colleagues, it's essential to cultivate the ability to discern what truly matters and not let ourselves be defined by others' opinions. However, these obstacles are not insurmountable. The Stoic knows that self-love is a journey, not a destination. They arm themselves with patience, perseverance, and determination, knowing that each challenge overcome makes them stronger and closer to their best version. In the face of challenges that may arise on the path of Stoic self-love, it's essential to equip ourselves with practices and reflections that help us maintain focus and perseverance. After all, this journey is not easy, but the fruits we reap make it deeply rewarding. One of the fundamental practices is meditation. By setting aside time to deeply connect with ourselves, we can cultivate self-observation and acceptance of our emotions and thoughts. This practice helps us not to overly identify with our insecurities, allowing us to see them more clearly and with compassion. Another valuable tool is reflective writing. By recording our experiences, victories, and challenges in a journal, we can identify patterns, recognize our progress, and remember the lessons learned. This practice helps us maintain a broader and more balanced view of ourselves, preventing us from getting lost in cycles of self-condemnation. Furthermore, it's essential to cultivate healthy and supportive relationships. By surrounding ourselves with people who see us with affection and respect, we strengthen our self-esteem and our ability to deal with external criticisms. After all, Stoic self-love is not a solitary journey, but a process of connection and mutual growth. Lastly, it's important to constantly remind ourselves of the teachings of the Stoic philosophers. Their wise words and worldview can serve as compasses, redirecting our gaze to what truly matters and reminding us of our inherent dignity. By rereading their works or meditating on their lessons, we renew our determination and our confidence in the path of self-love. This journey isn't easy, but it's profoundly transformative. As we cultivate Stoic self-love, we not only become more resilient and serene, but also connect with the noblest aspects of ourselves and humanity. It's a path of self-awareness, acceptance, and personal fulfillment that makes us capable of facing any challenge with courage and integrity. Upon completing this journey of exploring Stoic self-love, we understand that it's not just an individual practice, but a legacy we can leave for future generations. For when we cultivate a healthy and balanced relationship with ourselves, we radiate this virtue into all aspects of our lives. The Stoic who loves themselves firmly and compassionately becomes a beacon of inspiration for those around them. Their serenity in the face of adversity, their courage to tackle challenges, and their generosity in reaching out to others serve as an invitation for everyone to walk a path of greater integrity, resilience, and connection. Moreover, the legacy of Stoic self-love transcends the limits of our own existence. By becoming living examples of this virtue, we sow seeds that can blossom into a more compassionate, just, and balanced world. For it's from the respect and care we have for ourselves that we can genuinely extend them to all of humanity. Therefore, let's not underestimate the transformative power of Stoic self-love. It's not just an individual journey, but a way of life that can inspire profound changes, both within us and in society. By cultivating this virtue, we leave a legacy that goes far beyond our own years, contributing to the construction of a world that is more just, compassionate, and oriented towards the full realization of human potential. May this be our mission, to embrace Stoic self-love in all its fullness, transforming it into a beacon that illuminates the paths of all those seeking a more virtuous, resilient, and meaningful existence.